Hi, my name is Roger Schluter, and this video is really about the size standards for SBA. Everybody thinks SBA is like for some little bitty companies, mom and pop type things. Most of the loans can go up to $5 million. I mean, $5 million is quite a bit just for the loan, not to say how big the company is. So anyway, the companies can be fairly large, at least in my book. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm the mom and pop guy. I don't know, but hey, you can. I mean, there are limits to the large companies, and I've run into those a little bit in my career where we had a couple of loans that were basically too big to do as a 504. Now we weren't doing them as a 7A, so we didn't even check that. But because of the low rates, the company wanted to do a 504. But anyway, the size requirements are fairly liberal. So most companies will not be affected by the size rules. The size could matter if the SBA 7A program or the SBA 504 program is used. To be a small business under the SBA size standards, the company must qualify under the industry small business size standards or the alternative size standards. Now, the 7A loans usually use the industrial small business size standard, and then the 504 loans usually use the alternative size standard. But really, either can be used for any company trying to get an SBA loan. So anyway, the industry size standards, these are based on either sales, the actual sales number per year, or the number of employees. And the SBA has a table that arranges these by the NAICS code, and you'll have to know what that is to be able to look any of these up. But anyway, the code is really for the company or borrower. So it depends on what kind of company it is, what their NAICS code is, whether they're, a restaurant or maybe a refrigeration company or really what they are. And NAICS codes really took over from the old type of codes that they used to have. So anyway, this is the newer code. So all businesses have one, or you can narrow it down. Now, sometimes you're looking at such a broad spectrum that it can be kind of difficult, because sometimes it just doesn't fit in the right spot. So anyway, the business will have to have sales or employees that are below the maximum stated on the table. Now, this table is included in the Code of Federal Regulations. So you can find it there. You can also look up this table on the SBA website, which is the best way to look it up. So anyway, it's under industrial size standard, and use the magnifying glass at the upper right corner of the SBA webpage and just basically type in industrial size standard. The table is listed in the order of the NAICS code of the company. So in that numerical order of the NAICS codes, it will be listed. So anyway, the company, either gives the total maximum, or let's say the table really gives the actual total maximum sales number in millions, or it gives the total maximum number of employees that the company may have. Now you can use, it's usually one or the other. They usually don't give you both. So anyway, it is usually one or the other. And, like I said, most SBA standards are pretty liberal these days. They're not that, it's not definitely a loan just for mom and pop anymore. You can do some pretty large loans. And I'm going to show you on this next, the alternative size standard, which would be the second way to look at it. And the alternative size standard, to meet this standard, the applicant company and their affiliates, if they have any affiliate companies. Now, affiliate companies are companies that the company owns, that it controls. So basically an affiliate is usually any company where the individual owns, controls 50% or more of the stock. Sometimes if they are 20% or more, then that makes them a affiliate. But affiliates really are supposed to be controlled by the company. So if you can show that they do not control that affiliate, then sometimes you don't have to keep the affiliate with the company. But anyway, the maximum tangible net worth must not exceed $15 million. Now that's the tangible net worth must not exceed $15 million. Must be lower than that, either equal to or lower. And then the average net income after federal income taxes, but including any carryover losses, the average for 2 full fiscal years before the application date may not exceed $5 million. So I'm sorry, but if a company's making $5 million a year and they have a tangible net worth of $15 million a year, that's a pretty large company, at least in a lot of standards. I know that if you are in that larger company, they may say, oh, that's nothing. And that probably is true. But anyway, the applicant size is determined as of the date of the application, that the application is accepted for processing by the SBA. So whatever date that gets in, an SBA receives it, and SBA usually puts down a date and time that they receive it. At that date is when they use that. And I know we did have one company that we did that we were really afraid if we waited any longer to apply that they may not qualify. They were that close. So anyway, you never really know. And the company does. I mean, come on, they got to be fairly large not to be designated as a small business. And if they are that large, do they really need the help of SBA? SBA, the 7A loan is really to be able to make that loan because the interest rate really is usually variable. The 504 loan is one that when the rates are low, this is a loan that some of the larger companies would want because it basically puts about approximately 30 to 40% of the loan on a long-term fixed rate. And when that rate is low, there's a lot of people that really want to do that. So anyway, thank you very much. That's it for this video. I hope you subscribe, and I hope you hit the bell notification for future videos. And if you see anything you liked about this, I hope you hit the like button. That does help the channel. And this channel really is business loans and business tips. So really, a lot of it is lending information like this, the size standard of SBA. But then we'll have a lot of loan tips in there too, which will be different tips on the financials or on the companies or on different attributes of business. So anyway, thank you very much, and Roger Schlueter, I will see you in the next video.